Hello, I'm an old guy and I do maths. Today I thought we'd talk about null factor law. You hear a lot about this when you're setting out dealing with quadratics. Eventually it just becomes second nature, you don't even think about it. You also hear it in relation to higher orders of polynomials, so you'll hear it with cubics and quartics and so forth, and it's the way in which you find the x-intercepts of such functions. But what exactly is it? Well, null factor law states that if the product of two numbers is 0, then either or both of the two numbers is 0. It's also known as the zero product property. Well, I don't know if that's helpful, but it's a definition anyway. Right, so what do we do? Well, you'll see that these three equations here are quadratics of one sort or another. This is a linear equation, and null factor law doesn't really apply as such theoretically, but practically it has a use. If we want to make this bracket equal 0, x has to equal -3. So let's just work through that. X plus 3 equals 0. And that takes us to x equaling -3. We take 3 away from each side here. And if this were part of a linear equation, say y equals x plus 3, what we would find is that this is the x coordinate of the x-intercept. That's what this is about. So what we have here is factors. These are all factors, these things in the brackets. Why are they factors? Because one thing multiplied by another is a factor in the eventual equation. So what we do when we apply null factor law is we set out to make either or both of these brackets equal 0, and we do that in connection with quadratic equations in order to find the x-intercepts of the graph of that quadratic. So let's go to work. X plus 3 equals 0. You've seen this before, so we'll just write in x equals -3. X minus 2 equals 0. X equals 2. And I hope you can see how I got that. Here's one that's slightly more complicated. We get 2x plus 3 equals 0. So 2x is equal to -3. I've taken -3 off each side. And in order to get x on its own, x is equal to -3 over 2. I divided each side by 2. Okay, 1 minus x. Here we go. 1 minus x equals 0. What I might do is I might just add x to each side, which you don't see me do very often. 1 equals x, therefore x equals 1. That's how we get around that. Now, I left the best till last. This one's pretty straightforward. This is just x equals -2, but this thing, it's not uncommon to see quadratic or cubic or quartic factors that look like this. So 5 over 3x plus 2 equals 0. We'll get ourselves some room and do this. 5 over 3x equals -2. I've subtracted 2 from each side. Now, the shortcut here is to simply do this. X is equal to -2 times 3 over 5, which equals -6 over 5. Now, if you're uncomfortable with that, I'm going to go through this. in a longer way. Okay, so one at a time. What is the 3 doing here? Well, it's dividing 5. If I want to get rid of the 3, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to multiply each side by 3. And what I get is 5x equals -6. And in order to get rid of the 5, which is multiplying, I'm going to have to divide by 5. And I get 5 over 5, which is 1, equals -6 over 5. So to tidy that up, x is equal to -6 over 5. And all of these answers here, that's quite a few of them, all of these are called solutions. They are solutions to how you make this equation equal 0 in each case. The things in brackets are factors. I'll just say that again. These are factors. These are solutions. It is fairly straightforward once you get your head around it, and you'll just do this automatically. I hope this was helpful. See you next time. Bye.